Hey, how are you? How you doing? It's Squid's Got Jeans here, and I'm gonna show you how to make that really like Grammy bass that I hear in a lot of Space Laces songs. Because Space Laces is one of my inspirations. I'm gonna put like a little compressor on it so you can hear it better. This is one of my unreleased songs. I don't know if I'll ever release it, but you can understand. It's the first bass you hear, like. So you can kind of get the feel. It's like this one right here. Yeah, and it's not that difficult to make. I'm going to show you how to make it. I use Massive, and it's just a lot of EQing, and it's very manageable to make. Manageable. Excuse me. Okay, so first thing you do, you open up Massive, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through in like a clockwork order because I don't feel like making it from scratch. It's easy, but there's a lot of parts to it. Okay, step one, you would put your oscillator 1 to -24, and then you move the first knob in this position. It's almost like 8 o'clock position. Make sure it looks just like this. It's just basic spectrum, and everything else is fine. And you're going to want to put your 5th LFO to 5 here and put it at 10. So you would bring it up and put it to 10. And now, and I'm using Scrapyard. And then for oscillator 2, you do almost the exact same thing, except you would use DigiCook 2. That's under Digital Hybrid. And you would make it a little bit less so it's not as high in the mix. But it adds like a nice little quality to it. Next, you want to go to oscillator 3, and you want to put Arctic on. That's what makes it like it gives it this rich like a throaty kind of tone. It sounds almost like it sounds kind of Skrillexy in a way. And you're gonna put that actually over at almost 1 o'clock, and put the 6th oscillation, and we'll get to the 6th like LFO in a second. But yeah, just do this right here. You can pause it and put the 5th LFO on each of them and make them all the same, which is 10, positive 10. And each pitch is -24. For the amp, make it all the way as well. Okay, now we're going to move over to the 5th oscillator. The 5th LFO, whatever you want to call it. This is what makes it like sound really juicy. You're just gonna put on a standard, this one, like look, this right here. You see it? Yeah, put that on, and you're gonna move it. It'll come like this or something, but you're gonna move it over here. So you can see it's like a slope. That makes it go like, okay? And then this doesn't really matter. I haven't really, whatever. It's not really important. But the next thing, you don't want to sync it. So make sure it's not on sync, and put the rate right here. It's almost at like 11 o'clock, okay? And that's it. And you want to assign that to here, here, and here, and make the pitch positive 10 on each of them. And then you're going to put it on your band reject. You're going to select band reject from filter 1. You're going to turn down the resonance completely. Put the bandwidth to about 10 o'clock right here. See? And then you're going to take the 5, you're going to put it in the first slot, and you're going to make, it's that little one. It's the one underneath this right here. So the green side is on the right side, and the gray side is on the left side, you see? So you put it right there, and that's the first step for LFO1. I know it's a little confusing, bear with me, but this bass took me a long time to make, and it was just really crazy for me. I'm just like, I jammed a lot of stuff into it. And then next, you want to go over to oscillator 6, all right? And it's very simple. All you have to do is just make this standard like this, just a straight slope down, and make sure it's not synced. Put it at about 1 o'clock, and assign it to each of these, and just match. It's too difficult for me to talk about, so just match these oscillations. It's that easy. Next, we're going to go over to LFO 7. Now this one's a little bit strange. Sync it to 1.5, and make sure that this is all the way up, and select this as your default. And you're gonna move, like, it'll come like this originally, but you're gonna move it over here, so it's like a slope like that. And then make sure this, I already mentioned, you want this to be all the way up. Okay, and for next, you click on it and drag it over to here. So click on it and assign it for this, and you want to make this just like match it. You see, it's the now it's the top part. The green part is on the left, and the gray part's on the right. And after that, that's all for that oscillation. So you would assign it just like this. Put it right there, about 1, maybe 130, about pretty much 1. So it looks beautiful, right? Next step, it's almost the exact, also like LFO 8 is almost the exact as 7, you can see, except I combined this one and this one. So you're going to put it almost in the center, except maybe a few notches up. And you're going to put it almost exactly in the center. You might want to move it like just a little bit over. You want to have like that little triangle. You can see it. And sync it. You want to sync this one and sync it at 1/4. And you want to also assign it. Okay, this is the next part. I might as well move on to here. Turn on filter 2, right? And select band pass. Put your match this bandwidth to about here, and match the resonance. You want some resonance. Make sure it's on, so you want to turn that on, and put this up if it's not already up, and then match this so you can see the amount that you need to put on. See, just like that. And for the mix, I have it all the way down. Put it all the way down, and we're pretty much done now. I don't think I did anything else. Everything else is pretty much standard. Go to put on some teletube. I didn't even mess with any settings. And then put on dimension expander and turn it all the way down. It just gives it a really big feel. And next, for EQ, you want to boost your highs so that the really crisp, wet sounds come out through the mix, and it makes it sound really like organic. And that's all I did. I didn't even boost the lows. Now, that's all you do on Massive. It's kind of complicated, but not really. So the next part, this is the more difficult part, I would say, is you you go into your visual EQ. You can do this if you have Ableton or FL Studio or whatever. I'm using GarageBand because I have bare minimal stuff to work with, but I'm an aspiring producer. Okay, so like I would boost your like halfway up your high mids and your treble, and you want to boost that like bass and low mids more. It gives it like a really good sound in the mix. Like, I'm not even joking. It looks really crappy, but like for real, it makes it sound fat. Listen, come on, that's fat. I don't care who you are. Okay, step 2. I'm using this thing called Vocal Transformer. It came included in the GarageBand. It's really basic. It's like a pitch transformer. They have that on like everything. So what you're gonna do to go to your whatever you can like change the pitch. I use it because it makes it sound really like more sloppy and like really deep. I only put it about -4, so you should play around with this. It makes it sound different. But here's an example. You can like and see, it sounds really sick. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, awkward. But yeah, it's really really easy, and you can play with it, and you can make it sound really sick. And for the next one, I did like the same thing. Like I have the wow filter, but I never use it. Like I don't use it. Like it has this tone that I don't like. But let me pull back my makeshift audio thing so I can record this. Yeah. But this part sounds pretty cool. Let me see. This is just another. See, I just changed the it's the same program except I changed I messed around with the oscillations and the LFOs. And you should give it a try. It sounds pretty sick if you ask me. I'm gonna see. That sounds sick, right? And I just have the vocal transformer on. But this, I added bit crush just a tad because it makes it sound more distinguishable. But it's really easy. It's so easy. You can just, if you have the basics of all this, you can mess with these LFOs to get like really crazy patterns. So like the whole thing would be like, yeah, see? And then like together it's like, hey yo. So yeah, kabing, kaboom. All right, I have other patches that sound a lot like Space Laces and Kill the Noise, and they're really guttural and they're really easy to make. You can make all of these sounds that I made here. I use Massive, and I know that's frowned upon, but I know how to use it pretty well. And I'm using GarageBand, but it's bare minimum, and you got to do what you got to do. So I'm sorry to talk your ear off, but if you want more tutorials on how to make more Space Laces sounds and more really valley basses by only using Massive, and then not that metallic sound that a lot of basses and Massive use, like this video, I suppose that would be really great because it would let me know that people are watching it and that I should make more tutorials. And you should definitely check out my music on SoundCloud because I use all kinds of crazy basses that are insane. It's like Yin Yang Twins meets Space Laces, and then they get a visit from Dylan Francis, and they have it's pretty cool. All right, it's sick, it's slick. All right, so Squiz Got Jeans on SoundCloud, and thank you for watching. If you like my Facebook page, I might give this patch out for free, if that's easier than you having to copy all of this. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, and yeah, toodaloo.